The park in my neighborhood has a track that goes around it, 1 mile. Nobody's ever there between 3 p.m. and 5 p.m., so that's when I like to go. Walk around the track once. Second time there's a guy kneeling along this ravine that borders the track on one side. His back is facing me. I don't see him at all at first, but see his clothes and hair kinda blend in with the tall grass and trees behind him. When I realize he's there, his head turns around to face me. The next few things happen all at once. He stands up and I get a sense of fight or flight. He begins to charge at me and I freeze. There's suddenly a loud squawking above me, black birds on a power line, and I look up. When I look back at the guy, he's gone. MFW. Used to live in a high crime part of town. Mostly black, mostly poor. The apartment complex I lived in was absolute shit. And I lived alone. One night I'm home, about to head out to grab a sixer. As I reach for the doorknob, there's a pounding at the door. I freeze. The door is shaking in front of me. Feels like it's going to come crashing down. Whoever is on the other side is going to come in and kill me and take all my shit. Pounding goes on for a full 10 seconds. No voices, just pounding. It stops. Everything is silent outside. After a minute I look through the peephole. Nobody there. Tell a neighbor about it later and he just says happens sometimes, this place ain't right. I didn't hear any footsteps walk up or walk away, and the place was a creaky piece of shit. WTF. 4 years ago I went to the beach. I hate the beach, can't swim, but it was a birthday party for a friend. Friend has a sister, Melissa. She's the typical hot older chick, I have a huge crush on her. Why aren't you swimming, Anon? Friend pipes in, he can't swim. Fuck you, bro. Melissa's eyes light up and she says she'll teach me. I try to casually decline. But she insists and I don't want to look like a pussy. Then she grabs my hand and says, "Come on." She's smiling at me. I'm melting. And kinda getting a boner. Trying not to stare at her fat tits bulging under her bright red one-piece. She leads me out into the water, her ass cheeks jiggling as she jogs into the waves. Welp, can't refuse now. The blood rushing to my dick makes me momentarily forget I can't swim. She's holding me kinda close, still smiling at me as she leads me farther and farther out. She thinks all I need is to get out there and I'll naturally start swimming. She doesn't know that as a little kid I nearly drowned to death when my cousin was supposed to be watching me. I'm traumatized by the fucking water. As soon as we're chest deep and her tits disappear from view, I kinda snap back to reality. My head is suddenly on a swivel. I'm rubbernecking from the shoreline that's disappearing on one side to the ocean stretching out endlessly on the other. I begin to scream. Melissa's eyes go wide as I start flailing and twisting and slapping at the water, screaming the whole time. Her voice is shaking as she tries to tell me it's okay. But I pull her towards me and begin climbing on top of her. I just want to feel something under my legs. I'm forcing her head underwater as I do this. The shore looks so fucking far away. I feel like the ocean is pulling me into its jaws. Melissa manages to get out from under me and coughs up water as she pops her head back over the waves. I'm still grabbing at her, pulling her. There's panic in her eyes. She breaks free from of my grasp and starts swimming away, yelling, "Help! He's drowning!" I'm struggling, watching her swim away from me. I realize I'm going to die here. I slip under the waves, still struggling. No matter how hard I try, I can't get my head above water. The ocean pulls me down deeper and deeper. But then I feel a hand grab mine. 5 long, soft fingers. They feel boneless, but they grip me tight. Then I feel myself shooting forward until my hands and knees hit the sand. I lift my head above water. I'm on the shore. Coughing and gasping for breath, I crawl away from the waves. I don't stop until I'm on dry sand. Then I collapse. I hear voices to my right, screaming and shouting my name. Friend comes up with tears in his eyes and asks if I'm okay. I tell him I thought I was dead. He said they all watched as I slipped under the water and disappeared. Then 10 seconds later I was crawling onto dry land 50 feet up the beach. I don't know exactly how far out I was. But they said the way I just appeared on the shore so quickly after sinking underwater was surreal.